It's Monday, February 25th. This is PSN News. Tonight we'll bring you more details on the vigil held at Old Main for victims of domestic violence, as well as details on the Jussie Smollett case.
We also have more on Graham Spanier's appeal to the Pennsylvania Supreme Court, as well as details on R. Kelly and his acts of turning himself in.
Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Anjelica Singer.
And I'm Gabriella Hornack.
Around 24 students gathered around Old Main this past Friday to honor victims affected by domestic violence and police brutality. Students shared their own personal experiences with both issues. The event was hosted by the African American Students Association, Black Caucus, Black Student Union, Mighty Mu Eta Chapter, and Zeta Phi Beta Inc. In honor of Black History Month, Treasurer of the Student Association, Tynetta Toll, addressed the crowd about these issues that still negatively affect the Black community at Penn State.
Former Penn State President Graham Spanier's petition for appeal has been denied by the Pennsylvania Supreme Court. Spanier was originally found guilty of a misdemeanor child endangerment charge on May 24, 2017. He was sentenced to spend at least 2 months in jail and 2 months on house arrest. Attorney General Josh Shapiro stated in a recent press release, quote, "No one is above the law, and my office will continue to pursue anyone who looks the other way in the face of child sexual abuse," end quote. In light of the court's denial to appeal his conviction, Spanier will likely head to jail soon.
The White Building's pool and pool locker rooms will not be available for public use due to a small fire Thursday. All group exercise classes are also canceled except cycle and power remix classes. It is still unclear when the White Building will reopen these facilities and activities.
The Pennsylvania Democratic Party announced on February 12th that Mark Friedenberg is the nominee for representative of the 12th Congressional District of Pennsylvania. Friedenberg, a Penn State assistant teaching professor of information sciences and technology, announced his run for the Democratic nomination following Republican Dan Marino's resignation in January of 2019. The Penn State alumnus says he is looking forward to addressing popular student concern of issues like man-made climate change and the burden of college loan debt.
Stay tuned, because after the break, Kylie Dahowski will bring you the latest in entertainment news.
Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Kylie Dahowski with your entertainment update. A popular local breakfast chain made an announcement over the weekend that excited many students. According to an Instagram post, Bagel Crust will start having late night hours after spring break. In addition to its usual hours from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., Bagel Crust will also be open an additional 6 hours from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights. The new hours will begin on Thursday, March 14th, for the first weekend after students will return to campus from spring break. Many students were thrilled to hear the news, taking to Snapchat to share screenshots of the Instagram post saying things like "dreams really do come true." DJ, singer, songwriter, and record producer Slushy will be coming to perform at Penn State this coming April thanks to the Penn State Up and Up team. The Monster Energy College Festival Series hosted a competition last week among dozens of college campuses to bring the DJ to their school. In order to compete, students from these colleges had to pre-order tickets for the possible festival that would come to their school. The top 6 schools with the most pre-ordered tickets for the event would win a music festival featuring Slushy in April. Luckily, Penn State's Up and Up team shared information about the event all over social media, and Penn State came in 6th place after remaining in the top 6 throughout the presale. Last night was the 91st Academy Awards and the first show without a host following the controversy of Kevin Hart's comments. Former SNL trio Maya Rudolph, Amy Poehler, and Tina Fey presented the award for Best Supporting Actress. They presented the award to Regina King, whose speech got a standing ovation. Green Book claimed the award for Best Picture. The film also won Best Original Screenplay and Best Supporting Actor. The film Roma also won 3 awards, including Best Director. Bohemian Rhapsody took home 4 honors, such as Best Actor for Rami Malek. Olivia Colman won Best Actress for her performance in The Favorite, though she dedicated it to her fellow nominee, Glenn Close, who was expected to win. One of the most memorable moments of the night was Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper's intimate performance of their song Shallow from their movie A Star is Born. As fans speculated on social media whether or not something romantic is going on between the two stars, the song went on to win Best Original Song. That's your entertainment update. Stay tuned because after the break, Maria Coyne has the latest in sports.
Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Maria Coyne with your sports update. Number 1 Penn State Wrestling defeated Buffalo 47-3 at Rec Hall on Sunday afternoon. This Senior Day victory caps off the team's 4th consecutive undefeated season. The Nittany Lions have now won 59 straight dual meets since the 2014-2015 season. Senior Jason Nolf added to his Penn State record in career pins with 58 as he pinned Buffalo's Kyle Todring. This was the first of 5 consecutive pins for the Nittany Lions. Penn State will now prepare for the 2019 Big Ten Championships, which kicks off on Saturday, March 9th. The Penn State Lady Lions beat Illinois 76-65 on Sunday afternoon in Champaign. A season-high 10 three-pointers lifted the Lady Lions to the Big Ten road victory. Playing in her home state of Illinois, junior Jada Travasio Green hit 5 from beyond the arc and finished with a season-best 19 points. Sophomore guard Kamaria McDaniel led all scorers with 20 points. The Lady Lions will look for another Big Ten victory on Wednesday night at Michigan State. The New Orleans Pelicans beat LeBron and the Lakers 128-115 on Saturday night without star center Anthony Davis. This loss poses questions about the Lakers' current standing in the Western Conference. LeBron finished the night with 27 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 steals, and was not shy to express his frustrations. LeBron said, quote, "The last few years, everyone's just so accustomed to the losses that I'm just not accustomed to. I would never get comfortable losing," end quote. That was your sports update. We'll have this week's weather report after the break. Stay tuned.
From the students of Penn State Meteorology, here is your Penn State Campus Weather Service forecast.
Well, good afternoon. I'm student meteorologist Tucker Antico with your PSN forecast, and some of the headlines this week are a dry work week for once, below average temps once again, and some precipitation once we get into the weekend. We'll go over that again in just a minute. But one of the big stories is the wind, and if you've been outside, you'll know it's breezy. You can see these red colors indicate the strongest gusts, and it will be gusty throughout tonight, though. As we get into tomorrow morning, you're going to notice more of these blue colors moving in, and that's the lighter wind. So certainly getting better as we get to tomorrow and the rest of the week as well. As far as temperatures go, well, it's going to be chilly, and you can see this going into this evening and tomorrow morning. Low temperatures once again in the teens, and there's not much we can do about this. Along with the wind will make it feel a lot cooler than it actually is, but certainly not as bad as it has been in the past. High temperatures tomorrow gets around 30 degrees, so these numbers might be a little underdone, but certainly gives the idea that it's really not getting that warm out here, and it's going to stay cold into the rest of the work week. And Wednesday as well, you can see those low temperatures getting back to around 20 in the morning, so put on a jacket if you're going outside early. It's about all I can say. As far as precipitation goes, though, we do have some pretty sunny skies, and the only place we might see some snow is out here in the northwest, and that's just that lake effect snow you sometimes get when you have these really strong systems move through. As we get through the rest of the day, you'll notice a few clouds moving through, but pretty sunny skies Tuesday, and Wednesday will be pretty similar as well. So once again, tonight, temperatures in the upper teens, mostly clear skies, though, again, windy, so be ready to put on a nice jacket because it's going to feel much cooler than 18 out there, probably more like single digits. Tomorrow, not warming up much, but certainly a little bit better. High temperatures around 32 degrees. Mostly sunny skies will help, and this wind is slowly beginning to die down. Wednesday will be a lot nicer as well. And here's your 7-day forecast. You're going to notice those clear skies to start the week. Wednesday and Thursday, not too bad. We're not expecting any precipitation unless there's a few flurries Wednesday evening. Thursday, again, warming up a little bit, and Friday, continuing that warm up, but this is where the rain comes in. And you can see these showers beginning in the afternoon with temperatures getting to around 32 overnight, so there may be a little bit of snow mixing in as we get to Saturday. But once again, warming up Saturday, and that's where we're going to have a lot of rain and a little bit of snow on the back end. And then Sunday as well will be, again, that typical lake effect snow on the back end of a rainy system. So nothing substantial, definitely some rain, though, as we get into the weekend, so prepare for that. From the Campus Weather Service, I'm student meteorologist Tucker Antico.
Jussie Smollett reported being a subject of a hate crime this past week by being attacked by two white men with a rope shouting homophobic and racist slurs. Smollett, however, was charged by Chicago police for filing a false police report. Although he has denied any wrongdoing, Smollett's alleged fabrication is said to be, quote, the worst possible thing at the worst possible time, end quote. Since this could disencourage victims of hate crimes to come forward in fear of not being believed.
Over a decade after his high-profile child pornography trial, R&B singer R. Kelly is being detained in police custody after being accused of sexual misconduct with underage girls. Kelly was charged with 10 counts of aggravated criminal sexual abuse, with 3 of his 4 victims being minors. Prosecutors appeared Friday morning before Judge Dennis Porter, who approved a no-bail warrant for Kelly. Attorney Michael Avianti said that, quote, it is time that Kelly face justice for the conduct he has engaged in for over 2 decades, end quote.
The combative animal rights group, PETA, has received a lot of criticism after accusing Google of sending a dangerous message for honoring wildlife conservationist Steve Irwin on what would be his 57th birthday. Irwin, who was killed by a stingray in 2006, was accused by PETA for harassing animals who were minding their own business. This was said in a tweet that quoted Google's tribute, which featured a Google doodle of an illustration of Irwin with crocodiles and other animals. The internet quickly came to Irwin's defense.
New England Patriots owner Robert Kraft is facing charges of misdemeanor solicitation of prostitution after being twice videotaped paying for a sexual act in an illegal massage parlor. Kraft was one of 25 people involved in the alleged misconduct. The NFL said it is, quote, aware of the ongoing law enforcement matter and will continue to monitor developments, end quote. Spokesman for the state attorney's office, Michael Edmondson, said the nature of the charges will not be released until next week.
And that's all for tonight on PSN News.
Be sure to check us out on Twitter at PSN News. Thank you for joining us.